Okay, welcome, 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 everyone. This is the info and intro session for the Pretty Promos the new community pretty promos backstage and also for our holiday catalog creation workshop that is going on for the next 2 days. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing a gamma document in the chat with you guys, and I didn't get a chance to fully update it with everything that I wanted to. That is why I am sharing the gamma document as well. I mean, versus the PDF, because this way, everything will be updated in real time. Okay. Um, it's kind of dark here. I am going to let me do this. I'm gonna turn on my camera for just a minute. Hello, 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 everybody. But I'm taking my camera back off so that I can talk. Okay. Okay, so I'm turning this back off. I just wanted to introduce myself for those of you guys because there may be some new people watching or in the communities that have not met me. I am Saray Caldwell, aka better known as Sugar. And a lot of people, this is something, I know I start a lot of things and, we kind of got to see where, our lane is at, right? We want to do all the things. I be wanting to do all the things. I take a lot of classes and do a lot of different things, but, it's a lot of things that, um, I know realistically it's probably, not going to be my thing. You kind of want to dibble and dabble and everything. The reason I'm starting off with uh this information or rambling rather to tell you this is because this is starting a new year. And we always have these new year's resolutions, right? A lot of them that we don't follow, but this year I really really honestly, because I have to, y'all, because all of these subscriptions and all of these classes and all of these different things is breaking my back. It's hard to stay, or just being transparent. It's really hard to stay afloat with all of them. And it is really time. I'm speaking for myself and then for a lot of people. Um, excuse me, that I know feel the same way or have expressed that they feel the same way. It's time to really buckle down and kind of find our lane and find what we want to do and find what aligns with us. So that we can at least make some money to break even, or if not anything else, also to keep enjoying what we do, because a lot of times if we get too stressed out and trying to do all the things and all this different stuff, then it don't even become enjoyable anymore. It becomes uh it feels too much like work, and a lot of us either work other jobs or we have families or other obligations and a whole bunch of other things going on. So I think for a lot of us, when we came to this aspect in this area of either crafting or learning AI or whatever you do in the digital or crafting space, I would like to think that most of you started out coming towards that area for enjoyment. Also to make money, extra income and supplement your income, and hopefully, you know, turn into a full-time thing so that you won't have to do the other things that you dread. Certain obligations and family is still going to be there, but oh Lord, if we could get rid of those jobs that we don't like to do or the things that we don't like to do for money, that would be great. And I think what a lot of us miss the ball on is doing things that's specifically in our industry or with the talents that we already have. And I'm gonna give you the biggest transparent moment on how I dropped the ball and fumbled it, at all. I am a real life photographer. You guys tell me, why am I like the last person? I know how to do, I learned how to do the AI twins. From multiple people, and one of those people is on this call right now, Miss Lena Sanchez. She is one of the best people that I have learned from. I've also learned from Amber Valley. I've learned from William McCraney. I've learned from Meredith Hurston. Is that how you pronounce her last name, I believe? We started with the stable diffusion, and oh my God, that was a big task. So luckily, it got a little easier, with different tools as we went on. But still, as far as monetizing a business in it, I have seen people have whole services dedicated to AI photo shoots, and some people have been doing it big for a long time. I have watched some people make more money off of AI photo shoots than I have probably ever made in real life photography. You know what I'm saying? How was I the last person to kind of jump on that boat? Me and William and Danny talk about that a lot because we are all three real life photographers. And so we sit up here like we probably should have had first dibs on that and had one of the biggest AI photo shoot rings in it. But I'm just saying that's what happens sometime when you try to follow a lot of other different stuff that other people is doing or get too involved in too many things instead of sticking kind of to your era because had I got off into that earlier, I probably could, you know, if I was more dedicated to it, who knows? I could have maybe invented some stuff or brought a different flair to it by knowing certain things. In real life. I know a lot of people is using the cinematic and the camera settings and the different stuff because we generate prompts with different areas. Some people is just I'm not taking away from anything that we do, y'all. Don't this disclaimer. I'm not saying that. I am not saying we are not talented in writing our prompts and all like that. But what I am saying is when it comes to the rise and like all of these camera and lighting settings, a lot of people is just guessing or they are putting in their prompts what they read about or what chat GPT tells them and things that they find to build their prompts and that's good, but a lot of people don't really know what those settings mean or they might not some I be seeing some stuff in people prompts that it might have some matching camera settings that wouldn't even really work in real life. Y'all don't know that, but I know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by just I probably could have bought a different aspect to it. That's just like when we were talking about I talk about making journals and different things all the time. People that's off into nursing, real life nursing, cosmetologists, different things like that. You have these different backgrounds in your field already. A lot of you guys are talented and have a lot of different things that you are knowledgeable on. And sometimes we'll walk around and step around and create something for everything else other than the area that we are knowledgeable in. And why? Why is that? Why is that? So I said all that to say this. This year I am really trying to focus in on the things that I know that I like to do and want to do or areas that I am knowledgeable in, and I think that that's more where I will flourish. And a lot of people now, I didn't surprisingly I didn't get as big a turnout as I thought that I would or response about the magazine, building magazines or catalogs because people have been asking me for a long time to teach this. Um, but I'm definitely not gonna get discouraged there because things take time, and then I know I have to be more consistent on different things. So that's why I didn't even advertise this really on Facebook yet because I wanted for once I have a habit of launching things and then we do after, and that works for some people. Some people don't get no flat back from it. They don't get fussed at. That don't work for all of us. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, they want us to have the Taj Mahal and everything prepared and ready when we launch stuff. So I kind of been soft launching this because I want to take the time to uh prepare my group and get things together and get more things added so that when I do present this, then I'm also able to present it more together and also able to present it for a bigger price. but this is also priced low for a reason. And I'm also going to tell you why, and then we'll go through the presentation in the introduction. So, and again, disclaimer, I'm not saying anything against anybody else who have had classes for 100, 200, 300, 400, $500. You guys know I have paid them. I have patronized them. We have paid them, to each other. We have paid them to other people. Some of us can't get the prices, that other people can, you know what I'm saying? But uh that is not the only reason why I priced this introduction so low. I do know that we are dealing with a lot of spaces that sometimes we pay for things that is not worth all the money, and sometimes we pay lower for things that is worth way more money, that it should have been way more money. Sometimes we just pay for things whether it was worth it or not. If we don't have the time to get back to it, or it was not something that we really needed, then it's still a waste of money, you know. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to price this, and the reason I'm starting at $47 is because I know that that seems like a real low price compared to some of the things that we pay for this to come with a premier 2-day workshop, for it to come with a matching community that's going to be an ongoing community. Um, I I know everything, single thing in that community will not be included for the $47. For a price like that, this, but I will promise you a couple things that I'm not going to do in this community. I'm not going to upsell you the to death on things that you do not need. But again, that is the reason why I broke down an intro price so that you can only pay for the things that you need. Some of you may need different areas of it. Some of you may know how to do some of this already, and you might only need one part of it. Some of you may like dealing with pre-done templates, and you may want more template packs and things like that. I could have made this a $300 workshop, but I wanted to make it accessible to everyone to start with it, and be able to get only the parts that they need. But with that being said, it is going to be a lot more included um in this community past the 2-day workshop that you are getting. So you are definitely going to get way more worth the $47 price. It does go up to $97 on the 20th after we finish this 2-day workshop. But even if you pay that, if you guys are watching this replay after the price has went up, it is still going to be totally worth more than $97. And that is the price that we pay for just a 1-day class a lot of times. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to jump in and show you a little bit about the community, and then I'm going to go over what we will be learning in the 2-day workshop. I also want to say, for the purpose of replay watchers, or if you guys are in any of my school groups, I did decide, because I am appreciative and thankful to my the few members that I have that has signed up for VIP so far. And I know that I'm just getting started, and it's not a lot of content in those modules as of yet. So I am giving this class, I'm giving the 2-day VIP workshop for creating the holiday catalog magazines to the VIP members of School Days and the VIP members of Learning Pretty Academy and AI on school. If somebody is watching this that don't know what school is, I will show you that. It's SKOOL. It is a learning platform slash community platform that is really awesome. If you have never been on it, check it out. You know how they say it's an app for everything? It is a school for everything. Trust me and believe that. So I really love school. What you say? Someone say something?
Okay, I have. I had an Odell, so I've been using mine in this working time. But
Could
yeah,
everybody
I'm
make
not gonna
sure they
make
mute their
definitely have
mics?
one now, but yeah, so I'll leave one here and I have my one at home and we don't have to
Let me
carry
see
them back and
who I
forth.
need to mute. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Okay, so no problem. So yeah, if you guys have not checked out school, then you definitely need to try it out. It's a lot of free groups on there, and of course it's a lot of paid groups. Um, uh, but yeah, you will definitely find things that you are interested in. So yeah, well, I think I had lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, but um yeah, if you are a part of the VIP tiers on school days, let me just share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. And let me know, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. And I'm gonna bring this over here first, and let me bring this stuff out of the way. Okay. So this is school, guys. And these are I have multiple groups, but these are the two main ones um that that I have and that I'm going to be definitely working in, which is School Days Academy. Well, I have four main ones actually. So I have Learning Pretty Academy and AI, which was my first original group. We have School Days Academy, that's for all things school. So if you're trying to learn how to create your own school academy, if you have a school academy and you need tips and tricks and different things relating to that, or if you just want to check out the hottest schools and the best schools to join and have heads up on things like that, that's what this School Days Academy is about. I will update all of these things in the Gamma document so that if you're not a part of these groups and you want to check them out, you can. These two groups that I just mentioned does have free tiers, so you don't have to come in starting out on a paid tier. You could come in on a free tier and look around. And you don't have to upgrade to anything if you don't want to. I do have another group that's a paid group, Created Color It, Cash It. This is based around coloring pages, creating coloring pages, coloring books. We have a lot of collaborators. These are new groups, y'all, that's just getting started. But this one is a minimum $5 payment to come in. But I have a lot of collaborators in on this one. So this is going to be really great as it get going. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about my different groups because that's not what this call was about. But I just wanted to familiarize because I'm going to be sharing this on Facebook too. And I know that a lot of people is not familiar yet with the school platform. So I just wanted to show my different groups. And then you can always click on explore once you sign up to one group on here, you can click explore, discover communities, and that's where you can find thousands of communities on here and see what you're interested in. But the group that we are talking about tonight, of course, is the Pretty Promos Backstage. That is this group right here. Like I said, it is a one-time fee of $47, but it includes the upgrade of the it includes the holiday creation catalog workshop. I named it about a million different things. Okay. And so I just want to go in right quick and show you guys what else you will be getting. And one of the things I lost my train of thought when I was telling you the promises that I'm going to make about this community. One thing that I'm noticing that is a trend on school now is, and that I do not like, is no matter how no matter how little money or how much money you pay for these groups, I get mad when you change the whole group on me. And I am not perfect. I know one thing I will say is I'm definitely slow at starting my content and being consistent and giving the things that I promised in my groups. But that is also why I made a vow to make my groups free. So like when I had this Learning Pretty AI Academy and AI group for a year, I had it for over a year, struggling to pay $99. It was I let all of I think I let like the first 150 people in for free. Then I did try going to a paid module, which I was charging really cheap though. It was still just a one-time price. I'm not making excuses for this. I'm just being transparent with you guys and telling you my journey on it. I changed it to maybe like a one-time lifetime fee of $22, $47, $77. And then I did change it for a couple months to $14 per month. When I saw that I wasn't able to put the content in it as quick as I wanted to, or build the collaborators and different things that I wanted to, I quickly reverted back to a free group so that I was not um promising, making people pay for anything, and that I was not delivering at the time. So then now that I have went back to paid tiers, and it has a free tier in here, but it also have a $7 a month tier, and it has a $27 a month tier for VIP now that they have brought the tiers. But guess what? I try to honor uh any mistakes or anything that I could do. So the people who paid the lifetime price, they are still grandfathered in and they are mapped. I didn't just leave them on the free tier. Anybody that paid any little amount in here is mapped for life to the premium tier. So they don't have to keep paying. Um and at least that's making them, trying to make amends. And what I find in a lot of these groups, is if they do make mistakes or they don't deliver on something that they say, they don't try to give you no refunds or give you anything in its place. I have paid groups. I have one group that I've paid up to $300 for, and they totally changed the whole concept of the group, just changed the whole thing. And so that it don't even becomes what you pay for. I've paid for some groups, and some people on this call know or who I'm talking about. We paid for some groups that have totally disappeared, and I'm talking about big money. I ain't talking about little $7 or $20. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you paying three and four and $500, and the group is just gone. Um, so yeah, that's another reason why I chose to start this off at a smaller amount, so that I can build it. Why is what is going on here? Wait a minute. My screen is freezing. Am I still here? Can you guys? Okay,
I was just about to ask if you froze,
yeah,
but
it was freezing on my end.
you're good now.
Okay. Um, And so, yeah, so that's another reason why, like I said, I chose to make this a low entry, and I haven't really been promoting it big yet. This is a soft launch. So the people who's even getting in at a smaller price, is because you guys will be coming in with me as we are building this group. So like I said, you will not only get access to the 2-day workshop, create a holiday catalog class, which is starting tomorrow and Friday, and that's worth the $47 by itself. But you're also going to get access to this group. Okay, so let's go in the classroom. I want to show you guys what's coming in this group. And these are all the modules that we have. This is a brand new group, y'all. Only started a couple days ago. So it is, of course, it is not things in these modules. But I want to show you guys what is coming to the group. So you have the welcome module, of course, that's going to be all your information that you need to know about the group when you come in. Right now, currently, this is the only one open. All of the rest of these will say private, but we will open these up as it begin to be things put placed in them. And of course, it will be begin to have things placed in them as soon as this 2-day workshop is over. So this first module that says what's your issue, this is where we're going to explore ideas in the studio, in your idea studio, for planning out your strategies for launching your next pretty promos. This group is not just about making only sales catalogs. It is so many different things that you can do And we're going to go over that in the presentation. But the reason I decided to go because I used to have a company that I always wanted to launch called the Mag Boutique. And I went back and forth with calling it this because I really kind of wanted to center something around just magazines. But I was like, well, if people learn how to do these digital publications or printed publications and things like that, it's so many other things that goes along with marketing materials that you need to learn. So, and some of you I know, I realize know a lot of this stuff already, and you guys are advanced. But whatever you can take from this that you don't know, or even if it's only accountability, for us to be able to have co-working sessions and come together and bounce ideas off of each other. We definitely want to create collab opportunities in here, because that is what I did with the Digi Swag magazine that was published for our summit in school days. And that's what that's really a big thing that I want to see you guys doing and seeing more of us doing, because we all have different audiences. Um, and the more that we can collaborate with each other and cross promote and create these different opportunities, and perhaps even ways to monetize off of them. If you have an audience and you have influence, then you surely should be monetizing off of that in multiple ways that you can. So that is going to be the purpose of this group too, is to create those opportunities. And in which I will be doing publications myself and bookshelves, newsstands, digital newsstands, so to speak, where I am hosting all of you guys' publications. So it's going to benefit you to be active in this community, because if you are active in the community, then you're going to get promotion and cross promotion opportunities and collaborations. And like I said, once again, it will be certain things in here that cost extra money. Of course, I can't afford to give everything for $47. And also we're going to be collaborating with other people to come in here and teach certain things. And what I try to do the majority of the time, I'm not saying that this happens all the time, but for the most part with me, when I collaborate with somebody, I'm always trying to share proceeds. Sometimes, of course, you do join a lot of groups and you contribute to the groups in return for exposure, and also in return for promo opportunities, and that's great too. And sometimes that is what we'll be doing, but for the most part, definitely when we give classes and things like that, I am splitting proceeds and collaborating with the person that is doing a class for you. So therefore, because I'm sharing proceeds, we can't just offer it for free, because this is our way for all of us to be able to be supported. Okay, so what's your issue? Like I said, that module is going to be our planning stage module, and it's going to be information and ideas in there for you. Then we have the pretty newsstand spotlight. That is what I was just telling you about, where you guys can submit your issue to get placed on our newsstand and monthly showcases. And it's going to go out to all of my other promo groups. I have a big group. It's really just a picture glorified group, I call it, but I do have a big AI group on Facebook with over 800K members. So if you guys are placed on our newsstand spotlight here, dear, you're going to get advertised in all of the places that we advertise without you having to pay for that promotion. But of course, I am going to have pretty promo publication deals or whatever, and promo deals that you guys can pay for hosting and ad space and different stuff like that. But some of this stuff is going to be included for you guys. And like I said, if you are engaged, you will get benefited from it. Okay. So this module, the pretty template hub, I may be redoing these um these module thumbnails because I realize that it's kind of hard to see. But you can also, read what it says right here. So we're going to have the pretty template hubs. Okay. You're going to get some free templates and some things included in here. And like I said, it will be template packs that will have an upgradable cost. So you're still getting more than the 2-day class for the $47, but and it will be some stuff included. And in fact, this 2-day workshop, you're getting a bonus starter template that's coming with that. But if you decide, if you upgrade and you join this group, then you're going to get access to other template packs. And then some will be upgradable. But anything in this group, if you're a member, is going to be discounted in comparison to what I sell it for outside of the group. Because you may find matching things that's on our Beacon store and different things like that. But it's going to cost more if to the people that's outside of the group than the people that's in this community. Pretty promo publishing tools. This is where we put things to help you. So it may be GPTs, it may be apps, it may be art bundles, element bundles, different things like that. That can help you prompt packs, prompt guides, different things like that that help you along the way. The pretty prompt bar, that's where that would go. The prompts. Pretty tutorials vault. These is where our mini tutorials and our other live sessions that's included in here will take place. So like one of our other live sessions that's going to come up that will be included for your initial price is Digi swag mags. So making these different publications, and I'm going to go through just showing you a few examples of different types of publications that I have done, and ideas that you could create because you could definitely do more than just magazines and sales catalogs. The reason that we are starting with the sales catalog sprint is because, like I said, I did kind of put this together as a soft launch. So what I wanted to do, the reason I started with the holiday catalog workshop is just in case you guys wanted to, hopefully after this 2-day workshop, you leave with a mini holiday magazine or catalog publication that you could actually release in time for Christmas, your Christmas sales or your New Year's sales. Okay. So if you got your products and your listings and everything ready already, now this is not for somebody who's trying to build all of that, from scratch, even though in this community, we will learn how to build from scratch. Not, you don't have to use a template. I'll teach you how to make your own templates, and we're going to go a lot deeper off into that, but we don't have time to do all of that before Christmas or before New Year's. Okay. So that's why I am gifting the community to come with the class so that you guys can get ongoing training, because it's definitely a lot more, and depending on which platforms you want to use, this could really turn into minimum a 8 to 10 week workshop to show you all the different things, and then there's always new things to learn, so it can go on forever, you know what I'm saying? Learning all the different platforms, learning which ones are best for you. Yeah, so I've been dealing with a lot of the interactive platforms for a long time, and I mean for years, for years, for years, for years, uh, decades, to where it was uh desktop software out, to where they did before they even had the interactive platforms that do the flip books. So I have experienced working with a lot of platforms. I'm not saying that this is not information that you can't go and get yourself a trial for yourself. A lot of these places have free tiers, I mean free trials. And some of them don't. But the purpose, just like in any class or anything that you take from somebody, you are also gaining their input or their knowledge and their mishaps. They have already went through all the turmoil, and know the good and the bad of a lot of these platforms, so that can save you a lot of time on just maybe choosing which ones is best for you, and depending on exactly what you're creating and what you're trying to do with it. So I do have experience in a lot of platforms. We may not go over every single one of them in this community, but I'm going to tell you guys about the most popular ones, and the ones I like and what I do and don't like about them, different things like that, and show you guys how to use them. Okay. The ones that I still have subscriptions to, some of them have got really high, and if it's not a subscription that I want to pay for just to, I probably would just give an overview of that one. But ones that I can afford to get back subscriptions to, or that I have subscriptions to, I would definitely be teaching you about those. I will be giving you overviews of other ones that I have tried in the past in case you want to try them. Um, the Pretty Press Room lab is where we learn about publishing. So this is where we will get off into learning about these digital publications. And we also may get a little off into physical, if for some reason you did want to physically print some catalogs and different things like that. And that's what I mean by collaboration, because anything that that I am not the best at, I have a circle of people, somebody in my circle that knows this information, that we'll be bringing on board. The Pretty Replays modules, this is where your replays is going to go, of course. So this 2-day catalog creation workshop that we're starting off with for our first lab sessions, your replays will be right there. Pretty Promo Lounge, this is, like I said, is where opportunities and deals for you guys to promote and collaborate with each other will be here in this module. Pretty Promo Affiliate Studio, this is where we're going to talk about building affiliate systems and doing things with the publications in ways to fit affiliates in there. The Pretty Collab Corner, of course, this is where our collaborators will meet, that join us on different things. So I want to talk about the Pretty Promos affiliates right quick. This group right here, I will be transparent in saying I can't afford another $99 group on school right now, because I'm already paying for 3 other groups. That's $99 per month. You guys know, on some of you may know, on school they have a $9 tier and a $99 tier, and you have to jump all the way up to the $99 tier just to have affiliate opportunities. And what I am finding in a lot of my groups is it is hard sometimes to get members. Even though you can tell them they can make reoccurring money, especially for the groups that have reoccurring pricing. You want to share off into those affiliates if it's a group that you believe in, because you can make reoccurring income for it. If you become a contributor or a collaborator of that group, then you're also able to say, hey, I'm not just asking you to join this group for in hopes that you get some random information in here that's going to work with you. I'm able to tell you for sure that it's you know um quality content in here, because I'm a part of that content. So that's the benefit that you guys get for collaborating in groups and sharing the affiliates. But if no one shares the affiliate and no one is helping you build it, then you're kind of really paying that high cost for nothing. And so I kind of want to see where this group is going first, before I just jump into paying for that. But what I will do is, when we go up to the $97 price, now school kind of frowns on you for charging outside of the group, but because I'm still going to have this paywall on here, and I'm not just only charging outside of the group, I am going to make a separate listing on Beacons for the $97 to join the group, and that will have an affiliate. Okay, so you guys will have the same affiliate opportunity to sell entry to this group via your Beacon store. Okay, and so that's what we're going to use for now, until and eventually I will, once the group get bigger and it grows some, I will bring affiliate opportunities inside of here. But yeah, that's where we're going to start the affiliates for this group on Beacons. Okay. So so that's the group, y'all. This is what you will be getting with the class. So let me go to the presentation right quick. And so now I'm just going to show you a little bit about and then I'm going to show you the different magazine publications that I have did and talk a little bit about that. And then I will let you guys go for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow if you choose to upgrade. Once again, if it's some people just coming in, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I want to make sure that people know this part of the information so that you are not buying anything that you don't want to buy. So if you guys are a part of the VIP tier inside of School Days, if you are a part of the VIP tier inside of Learning Pretty Academy, if you are a part of either one of those VIP tiers, you are getting the holiday catalog creation class for free. So you will get the replays, and you will get the bonus template that I'm going to be giving tomorrow for you guys to start with, okay? So you don't have to buy this if you are in them tiers, but it's not going to include access to the Pretty Promos backstage group. So if you would like access so that you could get continued some continued classes and some tools and resources that's going to be included in that group, and still get the community and the feedback and the collaboration and the interaction, then you still will have to upgrade and join the group. But again, I tried to make it as low as a price as I can. It's only $47 one-time cost, not a monthly cost, nothing like that. And anything else inside the group it's going to be optional for you to upgrade to, but I promise you that you will get more than enough for the price you pay. And depending on what you want to do, you are going to learn enough to walk away with completing what you paid for without upgrading to another single thing. So those things that will be upgradable in the group is only optional. Okay. So I just wanted to say that again for the people who just joined us. Okay. So now this is all about digital and interactive publications. I would like for us to build something great together, discover how to create stunning interactive publications like digital flip books, catalogs, magazines, swag mags. If you guys are running, I know some of you know, but just in case some of you don't, what is a swag mag? Well, you know how they say how they have swag bags at events, and it's always freebies or different things thrown in there, and advertisements, and different donations from vendors or from sponsors, and everything is given in those swag bags that you get for coming to the event. Well, then that's what a swag mag is. And so we were just creating one in digital form. I am going to show you guys the one that was created for our summit week inside of School Days. Okay. But you could create much more than this. You could create digital lookbooks. You can even create digital workbooks. You could create digital scrapbooks for product bundles. I really love the digital workbook, and we actually have one of the people for a class here, Miss Talia Morris. They had did a bind and shine class a couple years ago. And I created a digital scrapbook of that held class materials, templates, all kind of stuff. I'm going to show you guys what I did with that for their class. That was really fun because that is a way to combine like all of your class material and resources in one fun place for classmates or for your students to be able to view. So that was a really different way to use it. All of this is possible and a lot easier than you think. The evolution of product presentation has transitioned from print to dynamic online documents optimized for the digital buyer journey. Okay, so what exactly is a digital publication? A digital publication brings the look and feel of a real life physical magazine or catalog, but one that lives online. And the best part is it is totally interactive, creating an engaging experience that static PDFs simply cannot match. Okay, so I don't know about y'all, but I am a PDF junkie. I collect PDFs. I love PDFs from people. If they don't give me my PDFs in a class and stuff, I be mad, Lena. And Lena will tell you, I be asking her for like, where my PDFs, Lena? She always deliver. I don't mean that, but I know that Lena loves to put together like little extra stuff, and I be taking her classes, anticipating and waiting uh for her stuff that she put together. If you guys follow Patrick Taylor in our groups, he is another person that puts together nice PDFs. I am a PDF collector. Okay. But since then, uh I am now a Gamma lover. And this is what I'm using right now to show you this presentation. Gamma is something else that we'll be teaching about and going over in the Pretty Promos group too, in case you want to do versions of your publications and websites and different things through Gamma. Some of you I know is very familiar with Gamma, but forgive me, like I said, if I'm going over a lot of beginning information, because we do have a lot of newbies, y'all. So we have people that don't know anything about this. So the goal of the Pretty Promos group is to introduce you to multiple ways um to present your content. Okay. Um, so yeah, these publications transform how you present products and services, offering a dynamic alternative to traditional marketing materials. Okay. So, and one of the biggest questions I get is, well, because I know a lot of you probably have this information already on your websites, you have them in your PDFs, you have them in your LMS platforms, that's learning management systems. That would be like your school, your Thinkific, your Teachable websites, your platforms, and with where you're teaching at, different things like that. So you like, why are we going through all the trouble to recreate these publications or whatever like that? Is it really going to be worth it? Is it really going to be effective? Blah blah blah. Well, my answer to that question is, in a sea of advertisements and publications, I mean, in a sea of advertisements, period, that we see going around, where everybody is trying to get your attention on different things. After a while, a lot of it just started to look alike. um no matter how nice the artwork is and different stuff like that, and how different you are, you still could get lost in this sea of advertisement. Because after you look at Facebook all day, you in school all day, you unlooked at 1,000 emails, you unlooked at, after a while, I don't care, all this stuff just started, you just like, I'm overwhelmed. Sometimes I just check out and I'm like, I ain't gonna look at any of it. Sometimes it takes something else to maybe draw me in. Um to get that. So one of the things that I'm gonna show you, like when I show you about my jewelry mag, I wish I still had that publication up when I used to sell paparazzi jewelry. And the big thing with selling paparazzi jewelry is people like to buy it live. So people did a lot of live, a lot of, Facebook lives and things like that to get them to buy the jewelry. It was so many people um that was doing paparazzi on my timeline. I had to think of a different way to kind of attract people to me, and the jewelry mag did do that. Now I will be honest and say a lot of people didn't check out from the jewelry mag, which surprised me. I had links that was linked to the actual website and stuff for them to check out. I still didn't end up getting my sales from there. That surprised me. But what the jewelry mag did do is it still got more attention for people to come to my lives. Okay. And I got very good feedback. from how pretty the magazine was, and it caught people attention. So that's what I take away from it. The interactive features, it can have clickable links, embedded media. You can embed videos right into the magazine, page effects that have the realistic turning effects if that's what you want, live interaction, because some platforms, the one that I like the most that we are going to be working with in this workshop is a simple booklet. Um, and they even allow you to have live comments and real-time engagement from your viewers within that platform. You can have lead capture if you want to use it as a lead magnet, if you want to require people to to give you their email addresses before they can view certain parts of the magazine or all of the magazine. You can have it totally password protected if you have exclusive content. So a lot of different things that you could do. What I like about Simple Booklet versus the other platforms too is it allows you to create multiple different platforms other than just the average flip book. Okay. And I'm not going to get off into showing you that whole thing tonight because that's going to be part of the presentation in class 2 in day 2 on the 19th. So because I don't want to make this too long tonight. So but if you guys do not sign up for the upgrade and you're interested, you can surely check out a simple booklet for yourself. I shameless plug, I do have an affiliate link for simple booklet. So even if you do not upgrade to the class, y'all, and you do get you do felt like you got some useful information from this, and I would appreciate it if you do use my affiliate link if you're doing a trial, because you can do a trial on simple booklet and things like that. So just shameless plug. And I will have that in this document for you guys. I'll update that here. But what was I getting ready to say? I forgot what I was getting ready to say. Okay, so endless creative possibilities. Okay, so that's what I was getting ready to say. So, like with Simple Booklet, you can make digital brochures. You can make digital business cards. We talked about the interactive workbooks, the different to house materials for different course platforms, different things like that. And I went ahead of myself when I said why create the digital publication. So I'm not going to turn around and read that because I talked about that. I went ahead of my presentation. So as we get in the group though, uh if you want to know our course plan of action of things that we're going to be learning about past the 2 day this 2 day introduction class, because like I said, that is just one type of sales publication that we are creating that is truly just an introduction to what we're going to be giving and exposing you to in the Pretty Promos group. So we want to tackle high conversion marketing assets. A digital sales magazine, a catalog, is more than just the aesthetics, an aesthetics piece. It's a high conversion marketing asset designed to facilitate a shorter buyer journey through embedded interactive elements. So we want to deal in strategic design, engineered for promotion and sales. The buyer journey we want to take into content of that, optimizing for digital products and services, conversion focus, built to drive actions and results. So we'll take a deep dive into where to put your call to actions, how to set up these things. If you guys look at, and then I'm also gonna be honest with you, my particular designing is over the top. A lot of times I have way too much in my designs. You do not have to do yours like that. Like I said, we'll be starting from a template. You can make yours as simple and as clean and as corporate looking or as over the top as you want. That's where your creativity and your vision is going to come out, and what aligns and what suits you and your brand. And you will be able to get feedback from members in the group on maybe what's working and what's not. And then what works for one person may not work for somebody else. You might have to make multiple publications to appeal to different audiences. So depending on what and who you're doing it for. So, like I said, join the pretty promos backstage. I will be giving you, let me just go ahead and drop this document and the other things that I need to update here. It would be automatically updated for you guys. Let me find my chat window here. So this is the Gamma Doc, y'all. And then if you guys don't get it, everybody that registered here tonight, and if you was here, or even for the people that registered, I normally wouldn't give it out to the people who didn't show up, but because I know I changed the time or whatever like that, I am going to email this document to everybody who registered for the live. If you guys are watching the replay, then you'll just have to take account here. I probably will put this gamma document into the school though, because I did say I was going to go ahead and put the replay here. So I'm going to be updating this document with other things that I didn't get to put inside of here. So like some of the videos that I'm about to show you now, I'm going to put these inside of here so that you'll have a reference. I'm going to list some of my favorite flip book maker sites that I do like. I'm going to list that in the gamma document. So just be prepared for this gamma document to be updated over the next 2 days. And then of course, if you guys do come inside the group or you do upgrade, you guys are going to have a lot more resources and a lot more things that's coming to you. Okay, so our first workshop. This is the holiday catalogs. This is what we'll be working on. And like I said, I explained earlier, the reason that I'm starting with that and I didn't start with the Digi Swag Mag is because I simply just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to create something that you could actually use in time for Christmas or New Year's if you wanted to do that. If you can't get it done in time for that because maybe you don't have all of your products or listings and things ready that you would like to promote, it's different things that we could create. You could create things with affiliate links. You could create a catalog of affiliate links of other people products. And that's another reason I cut myself off when I said why Simple Booklet is one of my favorites, because all of these not all of these platforms have affiliate. Simple Booklet does. And we definitely want to use tools that have affiliate affiliate opportunities just in case, or referral programs, so that you can hopefully get a little money back on all of these subscriptions that you are spending. Okay. But like I said, if you can't create your holiday catalog in time to launch for your Christmas sales or New Year's, you could still do like a winter sales thing that can go all winter. We have Valentine's Day coming up. We have spring and Easter, spring sales, Mother's Day and Father's Day. It's all kind of themes and all kind of different ways you could think to do things as far as for the holiday concept. So that's why I started with this. But like I said, if you're joining the group, we're going to do Digi Swag Mags next. We're going to work on the workbook concept. All of these different kinds that I'm showing you, we're going to work on. And then we have Miss Amber Valley in the group. I love her design skills. If you guys are a part of her school, you already know what she could do. She's going to be collaborating with us to teach us some things too. And if any of you guys are interested, like I told you, I'm always looking for collaborative opportunities. So if you guys are interested in teaching classes within the group, or things that you think can go along good with promo opportunities, it doesn't have to have everything to do with just the final creation part of it too, because it's a lot of work and parts that go to creating this. So if you want to teach how to uh uh do nice images or characters, and Miss Lula have something coming up in her, you guys that's here too, you guys can feel free to place your links to your groups, to your schools, to your events, or anything in the chat. okay, because I'm also going to be giving the chat file, okay? So if you guys want to go ahead and place that stuff in there, you guys are welcome to. We have a lot of nice wonderful artists on this call tonight that have things going on that you may want to be interested, you might be interested in. And Lula is we were just talking about that before we started. She's giving a vision board session where you're coming putting your vision board together, but she's given some sessions prior to that for creating the imagery and different things for the magazine and for the vision board session. So, and Lula, is your base group free to join? I don't want to call it if that's not true.
No, it is. And thank you very much for um, shouting that out. I appreciate it. It is free right now. Like you were saying in the beginning, I don't want to charge for something that not consistent. I want to make sure if when I get to that point, it's value. So I'm in the beginning stage, the developing stage, and everything is free at this point.
Okay. And she's being modest because Lula has a lot in her community. So I don't know what you saying. You ain't She got a lot. So she's being modest. And y'all, so these free communities that have base tiers to join for free, you definitely want to check them out. Another person in here, AI Artist Lab by Miss Valerie Smith. That is a awesome group to join. Um, okay, Lena, you said you got to join another Zoom. Okay, yes, ma'am. Thanks for coming. If you're still here, I don't know if you left yet. Okay, but yeah, everybody that's on here, make sure you drop your groups. And thank you to everyone who did join us. Um, yeah. So, okay. So, and I'll give anybody else a chance to speak if you want to speak about your group, Valerie, at the end. I'm almost finished, y'all. Okay, so one thing that I want to offer you guys tonight that's going to be special for anyone that signs up. The reason that this is called a holiday catalog sprint is like I said, we want to be able to get it done quick. So for that reason, in this workshop, I am not teaching how to build your whole templates or your whole magazine or catalog from total scratch, because for some people that's coming in that's newbies and is completely new to using these platforms, they won't have time to grasp that, and get that done in 2 days. So but we will teach you that, y'all. That is why don't think that you will be paying for something that you don't need, because you are getting free access to the community where those sessions will be coming up. This is called a holiday catalog sprint because my goal is to get you guys a publication done in time for you to be able to release. So we will start with a template. Now if y'all bad and you know what I'm saying, you want to go and totally do your own thing, you can totally do that. You do not have to use my template, do not have to start with it. But we're going to just work on taking this template and making it our own and turning it into our own finished sales catalog. But what I want to offer you guys is 30 days free publishing and hosting on my simple booklet platform. And I'm going to show you a little bit about that one before we end this, and I'm going to show you the publications that I did. And so and um when you also look at the pricing, for what I have, but they do have very reasonable start off pricing. But if this, we were just talking about earlier how we are in all of these subscriptions and we end up paying for a lot of things that we're not even using, or paying for them before we need them and all that other stuff. I don't want you guys to have to do that. So this is another reason that I am granting you free hosting for 30 days on my platform, where I'm able to give you a publication slot and I'm able to publish your creation. Now, I want to make sure that this is clear to everyone that signs up, though. This is not a done for you service where I am completely creating your whole publication. something like that would definitely not be $47, because if you knew the time, some of you do know, but the time it takes to create all this stuff and do all this stuff will make you pull your hair out sometime, especially when it comes to hyperlinking. Oh my God, it is hideous job sometime. You know what I'm saying? But it just takes a lot of time. But so you are responsible. That is the purpose of the 2-day class. You are responsible for creating your finished PDF with workable clickable hyperlinks. Okay, the process that we go through for uploading that PDF to the interactive platform and making sure that everything works, adding video and other different files, and layering and different things into the magazine or the publication, that could be a whole nother thing that takes time in itself. That is the part that I am saving you time from, that I would like to do for my first initial signups. So this is something that I'm offering to the first 10 people, the next 10 people that sign up to join the group. And for the ones that's already in the group, I will say that if you're already in the group, I'm going to give that to you guys too, but your publication must be complete and finished in order for me to publish it to my website. I mean, not to my website, but to Simple Booklet. I also, one of the things I like about Simple Booklet is you can do custom domains, and I buy a lot of custom domains to just give different um different themes and different stuff like that. So I already have some custom domains that you will be able to put your publication under, so that it just won't have the generic Simple Booklet.com. Okay, but like I said, also over the workshop, these are the things that we're going to be showing you how to do for yourself, or telling you about in those type of opportunities. Okay, so what you will master, like I said, in the group, this is just an overview, but we end up talking about some of that, um of the things that you will master inside of joining the community that you're getting along with this class. So with that being said, I'm going to go to this post. Let me go inside where, because these are the videos that I meant to have added, added to the Gamma Doc. So when I update that, I will add those. But right now, I'm just going to play them through here because I did have them posted. And so I want to show you right quick before we end this meeting some of the publications that I did. So I'm going to go to the end and start with the Digi Swag Mag, because this is the most recent one that we did for the summit. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But this is something that Simple Booklet does. It generates a video for you to show you what's in the magazine. And I actually got this one live. So actually, I will rather show this one live so that it'll show how the interactive videos work in it. So let me go there. And this is one of them with the custom domain that you will see that I have. Oh, that's the Freebie Fridays one. But let me go down to the Swag Mag. Okay, so this is a custom domain that I purchased, and it's grab.mydigiswagmag.live. Those .lives cost a lot, y'all, and I want to tell you, be mindful, but it's a strategy, you know what I'm saying, that I have for doing that. But those .lives do add up, because they are like $2.99 for the first year, $2.99. But then when it come time to renew, they are $40. So ask me how many .lives do I have. So I'm sitting up here like I gotta really think about which ones I'm gonna use, like that. But this magazine is actually live. So this is the Digi Swag Mag. You'll see that it lives at its own domain. So that means, and you can also embed these in websites. You can even embed these magazines inside your Gamma presentations and documents. So I'm going to be embedding the ones that I have live in that gamma link that you have right now, so that you will be able to see how that works. Okay, and you will notice anytime you go to the next pages, you will see the highlights. So wherever it's highlighted, that means that it's a link there. So if you click on that, you will see that it goes to the different ones. I put a home button here, this search button, and anytime you press that search, it's going to go back to the table of contents. Okay. I'll just show one of the ones that has a video on it, so you will see that this YouTube is embedded right here inside the magazine, and it will play right here inside the magazine. Yeah. Am I sharing my sound? Can you guys hear that? Did you guys hear the music when I was playing?
I heard a little bit of it.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't about to play the whole thing. I just wanted to make sure that the audio was sharing. But you see right here, and this Digi Swag Mag is still active, you guys. Matter of fact, I'm going to give that to you guys to make sure. So in case any of you have not joined the school days group where we put on live summits, and Miss Lula, one of the people that was here just talking to you, she has a freebie inside of this magazine. So let's go to her page. So we could go back to our table of contents and go to Miss Lula Jackson. And this is her right here. And you will see that this link will take you to download her freebies. And this will take you to her school group as well. So if you click on download freebies, it is going to take you to inside of the school days group. Okay. So you do have to be a member of school days to access the freebies and to access the replays from our panelists and everything. But like I said, we do have a free tier inside of school days. So if you are not a member, when you first click on this, it is going to ask you to sign up and make a free account in order to join the school platform. But yes, this is Miss Lula Jackson, and again, I thank you for blessing us with your freebie, and hopefully Miss Lula will be a panelist in our next summit. So I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, so yeah, this is our Digi Swag Mag that is full of freebies. We have over 24, I think it's 25 people in here between the panelists and the sponsors. And it's freebies from everyone. Okay, so that was our Digi Swag Mag. That is something that you could create. And so then let's go to some of our other publications. This is a video here of the Freebie Fridays. Like I said, the ones that's live, I'm going to play it from the link. This is another one of my custom domains. I did grab.freebie Fridays live slash LPA promo, because so when you connect your domain, you will have like a main domain that you could connect, and you could connect multiple domains on Simple Booklet too. It's not just one. And then you can customize what the slug will say right there. So let's go to that publication. And what we did with this is a Freebie Fridays promo that we do for the Learning Pretty AI group on Facebook. We kind of slowed down on doing it, but I do want to get this back going and get this back promoted. So this is Little Miss Sugar Puff. This is our Learning Pretty AI avatar. And so you're about to see her perform in here. So when we go right here, click on me to play video. So I put click on me to play video because I will say in Simple Booklet, when you're putting videos in here that's not the 16 by 9 the wide format, it gets a little tricky in the way it plays and stuff like that. But that's the type of things that you will learn in the group as far as creative ways to do that. But if I click on here and play this, you'll see the video. Hey, Learning Pretty. Miss Sugar Puff. Introducing Freebie Fridays with LPA. Sign up now to get a fresh new curated collection of digital freebies from our team coming to your inbox every single Friday. Now, my mama said, don't y'all be pulling that fake email stuff just to get our goodies. And I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't do that. No way. Freebies will be hosted in our Freebie Fridays interactive digital swag mag, but it's password protected and it will change each and every week. Every single Friday, you'll be emailed a new password to access our digital swag mag. So if you don't give a real email, you don't keep easy access to new and exciting freebies each week. Now, for you peeping Toms that don't like to leave Blue's Clues, sure, there'll be someone to give you the password and the content. But my mama always said that you shady and suspect. And the people who you will get to do that for you are suckers and chumps. Well, but then again, my mama also said, what you do it with love and from the heart. So it ain't no need to worry. We love what we do, and Freebie Fridays is for you. And what God got for us in return is for us. Well, it's time to get back to my studies now. It's time for Learning Pretty AI, and it's time for you to download now. Were you guys able to hear that?
I heard it.
Okay, good.
That's so
Okay.
cute.
Thank you. Okay, so it's two ways that you were able to add audio here. So I added a video here that I embedded inside of the magazine, but also this part right here where you heard me say press video so people would know, you can add up to a 2 minute audio on each page. So if that works great, if it was something that you wanted, that you needed to explain on each page, or audio introduction. So that's what I mean by why I really love Simple Booklet, because it just allows you, it has a lot of different attributes that not all of the flip book makers have. And being able to add audio, you can even add a little intro video here on the side that pops up and plays for people as an introduction. Now it can only be up to 2 minutes. So if you have longer video, you definitely will have to embed that within the magazine via YouTube, Vimeo. You also can use Google Drive if it's a public video. And I was really excited about that, but they changed something over time, because at first I could embed any video that I had uploaded to my Google Drive as long as it was public. Now, I don't know what they did or how it's working in the back end, but it's some kind of way it still goes by the size of the video, even though it's embedded. So I was finding my longer videos, it kept saying this video is too large. And I'm like, why is that if the video is being embedded and it's not actually living inside of the document? But I don't know why, but that is something that changed with Google Drive, and that kind of like killed a wet dream, because I know a lot of us use Google Drive, and we might already have our files there, and to me that was easier than having to go and upload everything to YouTube or Vimeo. The magazine will also allow you to upload videos directly too. But again, we're dealing with a file size when it comes to that. So that would definitely only be your shorter videos or your quick videos. It wouldn't be your longer videos, or if it's whole sessions or classes or anything like that. What's your question, Miss Deborah, as far as for Canva? You can unmute.
I was wondering, can you work on the magazine in Canva and upload or embed or
Oh yeah.
hyperlink in there?
Yeah, that's where we actually create the magazine. Well, that's where I created mine at. And so for the purpose of the workshop, we're going to be creating and starting with the template in Canva. But when you get inside of the Pretty Promos group and further workshops down the line, we're also going to be learning how to do some things in Affinity by Canva. Because they used to have Affinity Publisher is the layout section that's inside of the all-in-one platform now, but it's much more precise when it comes to having to create layouts and center things and things like that. So like I said, it really does depend on what you're trying to create. If you're creating a lot of one-page spreads versus two-page spreads, then Canva may be easier. But if you're creating a lot of two-page spreads, if you're creating stuff that go across the pages that needs to be split up, then you want to deal with a platform that's able to offer you that two-page spread, and that's what Affinity does. Another thing that Affinity does that Canva don't is Affinity have what they call master pages. So whatever you put on your master page is automatically going to be on every single page. So that hideous and tedious thing in Canva we have to do, like copying the same thing to every single page. If we got 100 pages to link, you won't have to do those things inside if you prepare that part in Affinity photo. But Affinity publisher or layout or whatever it's called now, Affinity by Canva, because it's all in one now. It that is a different beast, and that is a different learning curve, and that is something that I just can't, just jump and teach you guys in a 2-day workshop. So that is the purpose of you joining the group, so that you can have these ongoing trainings and in bits and pieces. So did that answer your question, Miss Deborah? Okay, so right here, in the finished, in the freebie Friday, this is where they would sign up to get access. So when they click on this, it's going to go to my email list. And then like Little Miss Sugar Puff had explained, when you sign up for the freebie Fridays email list, what it will do for you is curate all of our freebies that we were giving out inside of the group. Instead of you having to go and look for each one, it will curate all of those freebies and deliver them in a final email, which is a new publication. So I have a second publication, matching publication for freebie Fridays, that's like this, except it has all the actual freebies in it for that week. Okay, so that's the publication that my signups will actually get access to. This publication is what goes around for free for them to be able to sign up for freebie Fridays. And like I said, this is something that we actually started but didn't really keep going because uh we had some people posting the freebies in the group, but they wasn't submitting the freebies for the magazine. But this still was a cool concept. I got compliments on it. It might be something that we start back up, and that's just another use case for you, an idea. So right quick, I'm going to go through these other publications that we did, and then I will release you guys for tonight, and I hope to see you tomorrow and in the group. Okay, so this is another nice one that we did. This one is actually live, so it's still these let me find the link to that. Okay, well, you know what, this one I don't have the link there. I didn't put the link in the group to that one, only because most of the things that's in this particular magazine are not valid no more. This was our lucky 7 sales catalog. So when we hit 777K inside of our Learning Pretty AI Facebook group, yeah, we did this magazine to celebrate, and so we let everyone advertise in here for free. But the only catch to it is that your prices had to have the numbers 7 in it. So a lot of these listings isn't active anymore, or for those, or if they are active, it's not for that same price. So that's why I didn't put the link in the group for you guys, but I actually still have this publication um published. And I just want to show you one thing. This is how the difference of how nice the graphics make. Even though I put this together, some of this stuff right here is the graphics from the actual artist. So you can see, I just want to show you guys, and this is my graphic right here, but my AI art, but I just want to show you guys how this is Candace. All of this right here came from her. This is her art. And I just took her thumbnails and placed them and put them together, her write-ups and everything. She is already an awesome content maker. So it was a lot easier for me to put some of this together, because I was dealing with people already who had awesome content. And and I'm showing you that to show you that yes, it does make a difference, definitely, for your artwork to pop, and how you place certain things. Okay. And you see, this was my page. So if we was at the live link, it actually plays my video here that's showing my digital papers Canva frame. This is something that's given out for free too, by the way, y'all. This is free inside of my Learning Pretty Academy group. Once you hit level 4 in our gifts module. So uh yeah, if you guys are interested in this digital papers Canva frame, and this is a digital papers template pack of over 50 templates for you to create digital papers and promote and different things like that. This is one of my gifts to you guys inside of the Learning Pretty Academy group. And like I said, that gamma document that you have, I will be updating. And I also believe I put this freebie. I probably put that in school days as well. I want to say it might be in school days. Is it, Lydia? I think it is. Yeah, so you could get it from either
I
one of the groups.
believe so.
Yeah. Okay, so this was just another concept. Okay, so this is the one I was most excited about. This is the one I want to show you. Um, the workbook that I created for Talia and Regina's class. So this was I call it a Digi scrapbook, and it is in the shape of 12 by 12 of a real scrapbook. Real scrapbook shape would be in. But you will see as you go through the pages, it has all of the sections for everything created. Let me stop this uh just to show you. Oh, it's not. Okay. It wasn't letting me come up with the rewind back there. But what we did, okay, so their class was on creating um books and spans with the We Are Makers thermal cinch. Okay, so what we did is some of us created templates so that you could have ready-made spans that you could print out and put on the sides and the covers of your books in order to bind your books together. So these were 2 times 2 inches by 11-inch binding spines. Okay. And then I had a whole bunch of things in here. So you will see here, I had digital papers. So I had each section separated so they could either go in and download all the stuff at one time. This stuff went to a Dropbox link and a WeTransfer to where I had these things uploaded. Okay, so they either had it's a front link at the beginning of this book where they can download everything at one time, or they could go in here and individually download only what they need. So these was the digital papers. So this served as, like, the reason why I call it a scrapbook bundle is because it served as a place to deliver all of the things in one, all of the files in one. um but it also served as a lookbook. So you will see as you go on, this is showing a little preview of all the digital papers. And then they could click on each one of these tabs to take them to different things. These are the art that was included. These are the digidolls that was included. And this is older art, y'all. So I still like it. But this is an older look at art. You know, as the AI advances, this class was 2 years ago. These is a link to all of my different sites. Okay. So that is actually still active, but the reason I didn't put that link in the group is because of course this digital scrapbook was only for the members of that class. So just to go back into the beginning too, before I started talking, just to show you this is the link that where they could download everything. This right here, it it doesn't show right here in the little preview video that Simple Booklet generates, but in the actual link there is a video right here. So where it says play me, this is a video that just shows them how to use this scrapbook. It's just a little short video that shows them how to use the scrapbook, how to get everything you know, and how to make use of it. This was a template, a Canva template. And like I said, this goes off into the spines and then the digital papers. And then the digidolls and then the word art. It was word art in here. I don't know if you guys had saw that. So, and that's just an idea of how to if you're creating digital bundles. And then you might also want to decide how are you delivering this, because this I was delivering to a class of people that kind of does what we does. So, you know, you guys would be, some of you would be a little bit more advanced on knowing how to do all of this. But now if I was delivering this to a person who maybe needed to just be able to print these files out and like straight to the point, I might not do a digi scrapbook this complex. Like instead of me having all of these different files here and taking them to another drive for them to download, I might have just had one big page here, you know, or something that they could take into Canva and be able to manipulate. And then I might have had to give them a different type of tutorial to show them how to use these. So that's what I mean by assessing your audience and how you are delivering certain content. So this will also be a great example and to show you what would may be a upgraded class, because if you have this publication, your workbook finished already, yes, I may be showing you how to take it into Simple Booklet and turn this into interactive. But if you wanted to learn how to create um this whole hyperlinked journal layout and everything from scratch, that is a whole different class in itself, and that may be something that we offer as an additional upgrade. So see, that's the difference that I mean in that, because that is a whole nother beast, whole nother ball game. Okay, but if you know how to do that stuff already and you have this stuff created, I do have some templates for sale ready made, like that. This is one of them that I may put in there for sale, where you can plug and play and put your own things in here. You could use it for personal use. You wouldn't be able to resell the template, you know, itself, but you could use it to make your finished publications and your finished workbooks and your finished scrapbook bundles and different things like that. But if you want to learn how to create your own, so that maybe you can offer those templates with different type of PLR rights and things like that, that is an example of maybe the upgraded classes that we may have in the group. So that's just an example. Okay, three more to show y'all, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. This is the jury mag. I do not have this published anymore, but I was really excited about this, and I also had. I want to show you something right quick. Let me pause it. I also had different publications of this. And because they are not published anymore, what I did is I just took some of my favorite pages and I put in this video. This is a Canva generated video, and that's why the actual video part is showing on this, because I do want to excuse me. I do want to reiterate that most of these uh flip bookmaker platforms does not play like just video directly big on the page like that, unless you expand it out that way. But it this what I did with this is I used this front video for my promos. So this was actually like the promo that I put on Facebook. And then it, with the link that took them to the actual interactive jewelry bag. And what I like most, what was most fun about this, now I did this on a platform called Paper Turn. That is one of the platforms that I'm gonna take you to. They are, I mean, to introduce you to, they are much more expensive, to where like you might pay minimum $25 for one publication and you only got one domain, things like that. So they are not the best to use if you want to do multiple publications, because they are very expensive, but they do have some attributes in that platform that you may want to use, and you may have one dedicated publication that you really want to gear off into, and you might not need multiple publications. So it definitely might be worth it for you to pay to use that platform. So that's why I said this is what we'll be going over. Okay, again, that's playing a little video. This was going off into just showing my jewelry lab. If you see that right there. I am freezing. This video is freezing, but this goes off into just playing my jewelry lab, giving them a glimpse of the jewelry that I was actually selling. Let me see if it'll play just some of it. Yeah, don't want to play. Yeah, when I forwarded too much, it didn't want to play. There it goes. Well, it's freezing up, but you could see that it was playing some of the video. So again, this was part of the promos that I used, and this page was actually inside of the video. I mean, inside of the interactive magazine. So it played that video inside of the magazine. I also had a scavenger hunt inside of this magazine. Paper Turn allows you to have like these pop-ups. That's what I really liked about Paper Turn, that it allows you to have these pop-ups that display in unique layouts and different things like that. So I was able to do like a scavenger hunt inside of the magazine. So maybe like if they found the icon and picked and clicked on the Blues Clues, like Finding Nemo, so to speak. I had a page on here that had a list of icons for you to search for inside of the magazine. And when you clicked on them, it would be questions that popped up that it asked. And if they gave me the correct answer, then they won a real piece of jewelry off my lives, or they could come on my live and pick from a piece of jewelry that they wanted, and it would be shipped to them free of charge and everything like that. So yeah, just all kind of interesting ways to use these interactive magazines. This right here, um you know what? I do apologize. I don't know what's going on, that most of my stuff does not want to play. This is playing, but this was Black Paper magazine. This was a movement I had started actually in 2000 and oh, as early as 2019, I think. Black Paper Live magazine, and it was the dish show a curation of black businesses and to celebrate Juneteenth and different things like that. And yeah, these are just again, this is not a whole finished publication. This is a Canva video, because these magazines are not live anymore. So what I did is just bring some of those pages together, just to give you a quick overview video of what I did. That's an actual wedding that I did. And before you had saw that was Danny Black. This is a real magazine cover. The girl that you saw on that magazine, that was a real magazine cover. No AI art. That was a real photo shoot I did. This Bay line, when I tell you we all kind of been off into so many different things, this Bay line is actually a clothing line that who you guys know as William McCraney now, that does all of the fabulous AI artwork and GPTs and stuff. He had a successful Etsy shop, and he had a clothing line called Bay. And this was his clothing line. So these are product pages that we did inside of there, and that's how far me and William go back. Definitely years. Okay. So yeah, that was my black paper magazine. And then this is the last one that I'm going to show you. This is just a video because the interactive workbook, I actually just put it on the simple booklet platform for my students to be able to look at it and get a preview of it. But because we actually wanted them to work in this, I don't know why these videos isn't playing. But you could go inside the group. Like I said, I'm gonna add these to your Gamma Doc so that you will be able to see them. Um, Damn, I really wanted to show this one. Let me try to. Let me try to. I don't want to show all of it. I just want to show you some of the pages. My internet is moving really slow right now. It does not want to play this one. Oh, let me try to. I'm so disappointed. Let me try to play it from simple. Show you one simple booklet because I just want to show you that one right quick. Because I do have them loaded right in simple booklet. Let me log in just 1 second. And that's going to be the last one that I show you. And then I'll release you. Like I said, I'll release you guys for tonight. And while I'm pulling that up, did we have any questions? This will be a good time if you guys do have any questions for me, or any questions that might weigh on your decision. Whether you would like to join. If you guys have any questions, you can unmute or raise your hand and ask your questions.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I'm in your other communities, and I seen what you have indicated this community is going to be about. But can you just give me some insight as to how much of a difference is going to be as far as information what you're covering in this community versus the Learning Pretty Academy?
Okay, I can't see who was asking that question. I just want to know who I'm talking to.
Oh, that was Lula.
Oh, okay. Hey, Lulu. Okay. I thought that was you. I just wanted to be sure. Um,
Okay.
so so yeah, I do have multiple communities that will overlap in some information. So, like I said, people who's a part of the VIP tier that gives classes or whatever like that, then they would get this introduction class to this catalog creation. For instance, they might get an introduction class to the Digi swag mags and things like that. We'll have different stuff coming up. You can see those modules that's in each community on what may be coming up within those communities. But the difference in this is will be a dedicated community that because sometimes I don't want to go off into too much focus on one thing in a certain community, because like if I did that totally in school days, for instance, it's going to take away what the overall concept of school days is supposed to be for, and that's supposed to be about people building schools or finding schools, or you know what I'm saying, everything, all schools. So of course, yeah, it's cool to teach about marketing materials inside of there, because you need that aspect for your schools, but that can't be the whole focus of the group. So for something like this, because when you really get off into building these publications according to which ways you want to do it, and which methods and features you want to implement, um it really could go down a rabbit hole of so many different things and so many different tools and so many different avenues. And no, you do not have to use all of them. I don't use all of them. You gonna learn about different ones, be exposed to different ones, and use what's best for you. So I just felt like we needed more dedicated space to to talk about building promo materials and marketing materials, and things like that, so that we could take a deeper dive off into that. So that would basically be the difference. So you're going to be getting a community of people. Hopefully the people that come in will be your feedback, will be your accountability partners, will be your collaborative partners. You know, it will be us who, and that's why I'm not so worried about, I said I wasn't going to get discouraged about not building my communities as rapid as I see some of these other communities building. Yes, they're adding 500, 1,000 people, 2,000, 3,000 people real quick, but the communities is not as personal. And when something happens, you know, like I said, not everybody even hold their self accountable with their members, or to really try to connect with their, connect with their members. And that is one thing that I pride myself on, is making real connections um with the people who support me. I love to do that. I don't want you to feel like you're just a number, or just a person who paid me, and once you paid me, because I felt that way. I've had people that I've paid $1,000 to, and I can't even get them to answer an email back. And you can't. And I'm not saying that, sometimes I'm a little too accessible to people, but at the same time, I want you to feel like you could jump in my inbox, and ask me a question, and I'm going to answer you back. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind building slower and being able to have those personal connections. And that's kind of what I want my communities to be about. So with all that being said, I'm hoping that this Pretty Promos group is more than just about the beginning of building. Yes, of course it's going to introduce you to building promo materials, but hopefully it take us a lot further than that. We're hopefully we're building relationships and collaborations with each other, and to help each other with each other's school groups and ventures and different things like that. Because I'm not just asking you to like, if you decide to come in as a collaborator or a contributor, I don't want you to just come in and do stuff for my community. I want to know what I could do for yours as well. So that would be the difference in this space.
I love all of that. I love it, and I'm here for it. Is it a monthly fee or is it a one-time fee?
No, that's the best part. That's why I said I didn't want to make this real expensive. The intro price is really too low. But I wanted to make it. My goal is to get the right people in here and the people that need it. So it is a one-time fee of $47. The price is going up to $97 after we do this first 2-day workshop. So on the 20th or anytime after, the price will be $97 to join, but that still will be a one-time fee for right now. Later on, as the group grows, I don't know, it may turn into a monthly fee or anything like that. But you guys know, just as in any of the rest of the school groups, whatever price you come in at, your grandfathered in. So if you come in on that one-time price, you don't have to pay anything else. Now, with that being said, because this is a beginning price that's so low, like I did explain earlier, that means not everything inside the group will be included. Of course, you may not get everything that we're teaching in there. Yes, it will be some upgradable materials, some upgrades for more template packs, art. If we have other collaborators that come in and teach stuff, the same thing like with you, Lula. I would hope to do a collaboration with you on something. And if you came in and we offer something, I want to be able to share proceeds with you. So for that reason, we can't offer every single thing for free in the group for the initial $47 you paid. But my promise to you is that you will definitely get more than worth what you paid for, because we have paid $47 and $97 and $200 for just 1 day classes. So you're gonna definitely get your money's worth. Okay. So that's what I want you to know about the group. And you will walk away with knowing how to do enough without upgrading to a single thing if you don't want to. So it's not gonna be a group where I'm just, throwing stuff at you every single day and every single thing in there is a upgrade. It's not gonna be that, but it will be some things that's an upgrade. Nora said, so you pay VIP monthly fee plus $47? No, no. It's no monthly fee. It's not, unless
Okay.
you mean, are you paying VIP for one of my other groups monthly?
No, I just upgraded, and it said $19 monthly.
Oh, that's inside of school days.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the 47 is for the class.
Yeah, now okay, so this is kind of tricky.
Okay.
I was not going to include this for my VIP members of School Days and Learning Pretty Academy, but because we are moving slow on beginning to put content in there, I wanted to make sure that because I only have a couple people, to be honest. We just started tiers. So I only have a couple people that has upgraded to VIP, but it does not matter if it's two, three, one, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We still owe them
Uh-huh.
something. So what I wanted to do is give you guys something in VIP right now. So if you are a member of our VIP, then I'm taking a price cut again, and I'm giving you guys this 2 day workshop for the holiday catalogs. So that means you will get the replays and you will get the bonus beginning starter template that's coming with the 2 day workshop that's tomorrow and Friday. So if you upgraded to VIP monthly and you're cool with just getting that, then that's fine. You do not have to pay for this. But if you want access to the Pretty Promos backstage group, which will give you the class and ongoing tools and resources and things like that, then you still have to pay that one-time fee for that $47.
For the 47. Okay.
But
Okay,
it's
I
still but
understand
it's
that.
still a one-time fee. And so you this is a soft promo. Like I said, I didn't even promote this outside of the school groups yet. I haven't sent it out in no emails or anything like that. So this is kind of like a soft launch price, because after we do this first 2 day workshop, the price is going up to 97, and it may continue to go up or turn into a reoccurring price, as the group grows and as we get more content, inside of there. But whatever price you pay, your grandfather into that. So since this is a one-time fee, you pay that 140,
Okay.
that 47, and you're done.
Okay. All right. Thank
But
you.
like I said, it will be other things inside the group that is upgradable over time, but that's optional. You don't have to upgrade to a single thing.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you for joining School Days.
Thank you. You're welcome. I'm
Um,
excited.
Thank you. And you guys know what, I'm hoping that you stick around for a while, but with any of these tiers, you're welcome to upgrade and downgrade at any time. The only thing is if the prices change for the tiers, then you lose the price that you was grandfathered in if you downgrade. So, if you guys want to upgrade because you see some some nice content that you want for that month, you're able to do that. And so this is the last thing I'm gonna show you. This workbook is something that I created a couple years ago as well. This was for my Canva boot camp. I had gave a a, a 90-day Canva boot camp. Um and this was a workbook that I created for them. Like I said, again, sometimes my designs and stuff is a little over the top. It might be a little too busy for some people. Some people like it, and some people don't. But I'm also, when I teach you guys how to design and map out your different things, I'm not going to just come at it from my own point of view. It's going to be in a way for you to make yours as simple or over the top as you want. So that's where your imagination and your creativity is going to come through. This was my heart shape tab planner. And again, now I'm just saying, y'all, this would be an example of one of the upgraded classes, as far as teaching you how to build something like this totally from scratch. We may get off into some intros, but this will probably be a upgraded class. But if you know how to do some of this stuff already, then we're gonna definitely teach you how to make it interactive and turn it into an interactive publication. But like I said, anything that is upgradable inside of there, you guys will get discounts for those sessions versus what I will charge outside of the group. So it's still a perk for you paying that one-time price and get it in on the group. So this is the whole workbook that I created, and we use this. I did upload this to Simple Booklet just for them to have a lookbook added so that they could see how it works. You see all of these are hyperlinked, different aspects. When you click on that, that goes to my website. So we're gonna go back. Uh-oh. Go back. What happened? Hmm. Okay. Oh, it flipped on the wrong page. That's what happened. Okay. So yeah, you'll see right here, this have all the my planner tabs. This was a vision board. So this is where they could go in and build their vision board. So we used this inside of GoodNotes. So so that it'll make it actually usable. So this is not one of these type of things that a person would actually really use on the Simple Booklet platform, because they need to be able to interact. Now, like I said, Simple Booklet does have where you can leave audio and video comments so they can interact with it that way if they wanted to do that. And you could have the like if it was video lessons, because what I had planned on doing more with this workbook. We didn't get around to that, but I planned on giving and starting to put some of our lessons that was inside of the group, inside of their workbook, and having it embedded in here so that they could just have the video lessons playing as well. But they end up using this, like I said, more in GoodNotes so that they could build their own book. You'll see this is 67 pages. But the good thing about when you put this inside of GoodNotes, you could add or take away the pages that you don't need, or produce the pages. This is loading real slow. This is one thing that you got to worry about too, is when you put a lot of graphics in your book. It is real graphic heavy. And I think because this was older, I didn't know about one thing I know about now is a site that I love. It's called pdf.com. I mean, I love PDF. I'll show you guys that. This is a free site. Just to give you guys a tip for your publications. They do have an upgrade for $60 a year that'll get you more usage and be able to upload bigger PDFs and things like that. I do I do pay for the upgrade, but you don't have to. You can start off with for free and use all of these tools here. So it's ilovepdf.com. They have a merge PDF tool for you to merge PDFs. The reason you might want to use that is also when you're creating uh inside of Canva. I know it's a limitation. You get a lot more leeway if you're creating like in Affinity, or if you're creating even in Microsoft Publisher or something like that. Um or Word or different things like that, you can put bigger documents together. Canva, when you use stuff that has a lot of graphics on it, the more graphics that you put on your pages and also the more hyperlinks, it will start limiting how much you can actually export. So you might create 100 pages worth of graphics and links and all this other stuff, and it may look like it's going to let you export that out, but baby, it's not going to let you export it out. So you might have to break that PDF up and export out 30 pages and then export out another 50 pages or whatever. And then so a tool like this will allow you to bring those PDFs back together and merge them into one complete PDF. In the same instance, they have a split PDF where you can split up PDFs. And this compressed PDF is what I wanted to show you that I now use, that I probably did not use when I uploaded this. So that will take your PDF and compress it down to a much smaller size, still leaving it nice and viewable for you. So you may have some instances where you need that high definition PDF, but for the most part, a lot of times you don't. And so it's no need for them to have that gray big file. And this compresses it tremendously. So when you go here, and you select your files to upload, I'm gonna just select any old file here, PDF. It has three options. You can do extreme compression, which is less quality, high compression. This is their recommended compression, gives you good quality, good compression, kind of in the middle. This is less compression. This gives you the least compression with the highest quality possible and still downsizing your file. This is the one I use the most. Is the less compression. Yeah, a lot of you guys will probably be happy with the recommended compression. I think it's just the photographer in me and slight slash graphic designer of dealing with high files, high resolution files. It's a mind frame with me to not want to use the most less compression, but I'm telling you, other people might not even notice it. That's a fetish for me within myself. But a lot of times, some of it in certain things is unnoticeable, and a lot of times it's not. Okay. So, but yeah, this is definitely a great tool to put in your tool belt. Okay. So I will update and put this link also as well in your Gamma document. So yeah, just to right quick, this is just to show you some more of the pages. This was the lesson planner. And they could put resources and stuff here. So we went off into GoodNotes. We had a GoodNotes class on actually how to use this planner and ways to use it digitally. And in ways that this would actually be productive. So they had a projects area, notes, had a Kanban board. I don't never know how to pronounce that. Storyboards. This is the notebook section. A lot of times I really don't write digitally. I might type on there, but a lot of times I don't write because when I write, it looks like chicken scratch on those digital platforms. Or it might be too big, but you can zoom in and different stuff like that. So you really can. It really is usable. This is a sticker albums section. If you want to paste stickers, paste different things here to use in your different GoodNotes PDFs and documents. You know you can upload any PDF to GoodNotes and make it usable. And be able to annotate on it and add things to it and basically add things on top of it, different things like that. So yeah, this is a lot of pages. It has a lot more to it, but I just wanted to show you that this was a digital workbook that I created and turned it interactive. And like I said again, a way to use this within your lessons or your teaching. You can actually embed video here on the pages, like you seen in some of the other documents. So your class, like I could make a workbook, and I probably will do that for the finishing of this class, just to show you it won't be created to after we finish the class, but I will show you a publication that I did that will have your workbook. And so I'm going to create a workbook for you guys that's going to have the replays and the resources and everything bundled up in one workbook publication for you to be able to get to all the resources from your class. And I normally would do that in my gamma presentations, is what I more use now, but I want to show you how to put a workbook together for that, and that would be a use case. So that is actually my presentation, y'all. So like I said, you guys will get this document. I mean, well, I have put that link. Let me know if you need that link again. Out. Let me share it. Let me just go ahead and share it one more time. And I will email this out for those watching the replay. If you registered for this class and you did not make it live, I will be emailing this Gamma document out to you. And it will be updated over the next couple days. I might not get every single thing updated tonight, y'all, because I still have to prepare for the class, for the actual class tomorrow and Friday. But after we done with those sessions and everything will be updated and it will be sent to you guys. But if you guys don't want to miss out on nothing, or even if you cannot make tomorrow's sessions but you still want to have access to them, like I said, you have three let me stop sharing my screen. You have two ways to access that.
And the
So
recording?
huh?
You're recording, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So like I said, if you want access to the holiday catalog creation workshop for tomorrow and Friday, you have two ways to access, well, three ways to access that. You can either join the Pretty Promos backstage group, or for everything that's involved, or if you are a VIP member in Learning Pretty Academy and AI on school, or if you are in the VIP on school days academy. So those are the three ways that you could get access to the replays and resources for the workshop tomorrow. And that's it, y'all. I thank you guys for being here with me tonight, for taking the time out. If you guys
Are we
have
having it?
questions,
Excuse me.
yes.
Is it the same time tomorrow? Okay.
No. No, tomorrow is going to
7 o'clock. No?
No, tomorrow is going to go with the original times that was scheduled. So you, if you're
Okay.
inside the Pretty Promos group already, you guys can visit the calendar, and find the links. Let me share my screen just right quick, and show you guys that. Um, so inside the Pretty Promos group, if you go to the calendar, you'll see the 2 days, and on here is a Zoom link. This Zoom link is reoccurring, so you actually only have to click on this particular Zoom link. It's going to register you for day one and day two. So it's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central for me. That's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern for you guys. If the good thing about looking at it on the school calendar, then the time automatically adjusts um to your time zone, so it'll tell you what time it is for you. Okay. If you're inside of school days, and you don't decide to come to the Pretty Promo group, I'm going to show you where you can find your links. So you're going to go down to your VIP tier. So this is the module for VIP members. this is not all you get in VIP, because some of those other things in the group is going to be opened up. You will see where it says VIP workshops coming soon. So we have a lot of things coming up this year for VIP members, but this is your main VIP module that's going to have a blueprint to everything that's included in VIP. So it will either be stuff here for you for VIP, or it will leave links or a path to where you go to get your other VIP stuff. So you will see right here that you have a folder for the digital holiday catalog sprint 2-day workshop. And so if you click within this module, you will be able to register for your Zoom links here. And when the replays become available on day 1 and 2, this is where those replays and those resources will be. So for the purpose of replay watchers here, or the people that's here right now, that's a part of VIP of School Days, this is where you will get the content for the 2-day workshop. It does not include access to the Pretty Promos group. Okay, so you still need to join Pretty Promos if you want the overall experience. And then of course, if you're in here, then that content and everything is going to be housed in here as well for our first session. Okay. So hopefully that answers those questions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen again so that I can, and let me just unspotlight myself, because I would like to see. Okay, so we still have 13 participants here because I didn't see who all was in here. Hey, Natanya, am I pronouncing your name right? Because I know I was talking to you all day in the inbox off and on. Hey, Mary with an I. Marie, no, Mary with an I. I always wanted to call you Marie. And Miss Erica Reed, how you guys doing? So, and Miss Selena, Nora, Crystal. I know you was on here, Lydia. Hey, Miss Cheryl Smith, thank you guys. Deborah, thank you guys, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight. And to the replay watchers, thank you guys for joining in. I hope this info session was informative to you. And even if you didn't decide to join us or upgrade, maybe this gave you some ideas on things that you could do and what you could use. And then also, y'all, just to let you know, even if you don't join right now, it will still be available later, because the Pretty Promos group is something that we're going with. Like I said, this is going to be one of my babies that I'm really dedicated into moving forward with. So if you come in at any time, you're going to have access to anything that was included previously. Okay. So you will have access to replays for prior workshops that was included, and new workshops moving forward, and resources that will be included. And like I said, it's a fresh new group, but you will, after this first workshop, you will begin to see things open up in the classroom, and for things to be added. So like I said, the price is going up after the 20th though, but it's still going to be worth every penny of access. So even if you can't join right now, you may consider joining us later. Okay, so did I have any other questions before I let you guys leave for tonight? Any other questions or concerns? What do you guys, I'm just curious for you guys that's here. Um, what interests you? If anybody could share that with us before you leave. If anybody want to share what interests you about joining the info call, or if you did join the group, if you did decide to take advantage or of the work session or the groups, what kind of things are you really interested in making? What do you want to do with your business? Uh what do you want to see? If is it anything that you were hoping that this included that we didn't mention? Because like I said, if it's something that I can't do or something that we didn't cover and I find out that you guys wanted or needed, I'm going to try to get with the people that can make that happen. So I want to just take this time before we leave to open up for all feedback, questions and suggestions.
Which this is Lula. I was really interested in the interactive books that you was making because I have been trying. I'm moving into doing more wall art, and I wanted to create a catalog that will display the wall art, but display it in such a way that you can hyperlink and just move from page to page where it'll be interactive, not just a flat, page of pictures.
Yes, maybe.
And when I saw your write up, I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to teach that. I'm going to learn that. I'm going to learn. So that's what I'm interested in learning when you spoke about the catalog, but the catalog being interactive.
That is awesome. And that's an awesome idea for the wall art too. That's a really nice idea. That's awesome. Okay. I'm looking forward to that, Lula. Anybody else? And see, these is the type of things we might build when we build the lessons and different things around in the group that, like I said, that all won't happen in the first 2-day introduction class. But if you're a part of the group, then it's going to be ongoing things. So I'm taking all of your feedback into account because the things that you say you want to do would be what we base our lessons around. I'm going to build this community first. I mean, I have certain things in mind that I know I want to teach and want to implement in the community, but we're also going to build it around the members that's there and what you guys want because that's what's important. Did I have anybody else that wanted to share some ideas that they may have or what you guys would like to do? Even if you're not joining us, if you already are doing things like this, within your own communities or for your services and stuff like that, I'm happy to hear it and share that with us.
I'm looking forward to the learning how to do, like Lulu said, these swag magazine and the digital workbook, and then being able to implement. So
Awesome. And
I like
I
I
know
love
Deborah.
your,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, I love your layout. They're, they're the best around so far. So I just am looking forward to learning it and then learning how to use it and implement it.
Thank
Because I
you.
think that's still for me is how to learn to use the digital workbooks. Like when you said stickers, I'm like, oh my gosh, how do you upload stickers and how do you do all that? So
And you and I want to just say something too. What enthused me about you, Deborah, is you remind me of this lady that we had in our area, uh and she used to have, and this is actually what started me on magazines and stuff because I used to print this stuff out and do I didn't do like whole magazines back in the day, but I had newsletters. And I remember it was so funny. I remember I had something called the advertisement exchange program. Don't ask me where I got that from. This was decades ago, y'all. This is before the social media era. I was a hairstylist inside of the shops. I've been doing this. I've been dibbling and doing promotion type stuff for a long time. This was back when we didn't have digital cameras and all this stuff. I was in the shops taking pictures with my little throwaway cameras in the drawer of my hairstyles and different stuff. I thought I was the stuff when if you made your flyers on different color construction paper, the different color printer paper, and you didn't just use white, oh, you was a step up if you had black and white printed flyers but on the different color paper and different styles. I mean, I went through all of that. I went through when people first started getting the little raised graphics on their business cards. So we didn't have to have just black and white. It wasn't all the pictures yet, but you got the little raised graphics of the of a character, a person doing nails or hair, a camera or some combs and a brush or something like that. Oh, then they gave us being able to put one picture on a card. Yeah, definitely old school layouts. But so that reminds me of this lady. She was a community, a lady within our community. She had this printed sales paper that she used to do called Carmen's Clippings. And she was one of the first people I knew that went around to advertise, to curate all of these businesses together and advertise it in this paper publication. And those little ads was expensive too. I mean, it was like $100 for a little card size ad, and it's just a black and white. At first she didn't even have it in color, and then she started doing it in color. But it was just, I'm just saying, these is the stages that we went through. So when I forward to now and the type of opportunities, oh, especially if, oh my God, these young people, and if I was in the shops, building my clientele at the time of the resources and tools that people got now, just being able to go live, just being able to, I mean, if we wanted to get flyers out back then, I had to walk and pass all of those flyers outdoors the door, take them to businesses. Sometimes you will go and drop your flyers off in a gas station or a business. They'll tell you you can leave them, and you'll turn around and they'll throw your stuff out. You've been spent all that money and come back and your stuff is in the garbage. And then if you know anything about numbers, I even knew back then it's still a numbers game now. It might have took me passing out 500 flyers just to get uh 25 to 30 people that actually responded to those flyers. And then out of those 25 or 30 people, maybe 5 people or 10 people actually booked a service. So you see the ratio of numbers thing, and how much you have to do in marketing, just to get a return. But we went through all those stages and we did all of those things. So this always stayed with me, is to want to build circles of collaboration, and marketing with each other. And I had grabbed that. I had came up with that advertisement exchange program idea from that karmic clip it lady, and I started putting together my own newsletters and incorporating some of my friends, some of the other stylists, and then when I started photography, of course, I started dealing with other businesses and different things like that, different type of businesses. So that's what we did. And then came the digital age and the online age. And now we're doing it all online. And the only thing I hate about it is I have become too much of a homebody now, because I think that's what I'm missing now, is we get so conditioned to only making interaction online and relationships and different things like that, that I don't go out to a lot of places anymore, and deal in the real world. And for a lot of things that I want to get back to doing now, I know that I'm gonna have to resurface back to that and get out this house. Yeah, so Deborah said you remember the retail market. You remind me of that lady because you got all the connections in your neighborhood. I mean, in your communities, Deborah, because we talked about that. So I definitely think that you learning how to do the Digi swag mags would be something great for you, because you will be that person that can be that hub to bring a lot of your connections and those curating and bringing those businesses together. So I definitely think, yeah, you are the community person, Deborah. Definitely. We definitely talked about that. Okay, so anybody else have any plans that they plan on doing with this sort of thing? Miss Erica, I hate to call you out, but you know, Miss Erica Reed, you be doing a lot of things. And you are very resourceful. You are definitely somebody else that I want to have collaborating in on the group to teach some things. So I'm just curious to what type of things that you would do with digital publications. I think Erica couldn't unmute though. Okay. Well, she might have walked away.
If if she's not gonna talk right now, I'll tell you what my plan is. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
make physical journals,
Hmm.
and I kind of, well, I'll donate them. So like I have friends that are pastors, so if they're doing a um a 1 day lunch or something, I will make it so it follows the theme of, their message for the day. But then I have their then attendees who want to buy other things that I make. So I plan on using the digital magazine to highlight all of my journals. So they'll be able to go and look and then purchase them that way.
Awesome. And see, you're somebody I want to collaborate with too, because we talked on other calls about things that you know how to do. So that's why I said the coming into this pretty promos group, y'all, it's not just about learning the initial skill, because I know that some of you know some of this stuff already. And you guys are kind of on an advanced level, not saying that it's never anything that we can, still learn from each other, but it's also about building collaboration opportunities. So I am thankful to those of you who I know the basics, but you still um joined me on this journey. So I just want to say that I appreciate you guys for that, and I plan on doing things with you. So this goes far beyond me just wanting to you know get paid for something. I want this to I want to do ongoing things with you guys. Miss Erica Reed said, I wasn't by my phone. I'm outside and it's loud. I'm thinking I will use it to market my workshops. Awesome. Awesome, Miss Reed. Okay. Well, you know what, guys? This did turn into a longer info session than I wanted to, and I do have to get ready for tomorrow. So I am going to let you guys go. I will see you guys tomorrow. Those of you who chose to join, and for those who didn't, I thank you guys still for being here. Thanks for entertaining me and hearing us out and joining us tonight. And I hope that we gave you guys some ideas and inspired you. I will email out. You guys have the Gamma link. It will be updated with other stuff that's going to be in that Gamma link for you guys, and I may even have a little freebie surprise for those of you who hung out with me tonight. Okay. And other than that, um, we will see you guys in the group and see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Miss Deborah. I appreciate you. Thanks everyone for coming. Thank you, Miss Erica. Good night, Crystal. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. I look forward to working with you guys. And I'm going to stop the recording.